here is Douglas. I got him together with Donald, and I explained the story of how I got getting them in the Donald video, so I recommend you go check that out after this. Or no, actually before this, because Donald comes first. 9, 10, plus the fact that Donald was purchased, and Douglas was not originally. Already giving this really nice look is the fact that they gave him a more happy face, which I feel like is pretty in character for Donald. I mean, what am I saying, Donald? Douglas. Also, this is also a 2007 hit toy release. You can see there. Yeah, 2007. Slightly visible there. A really nice looking model altogether. The window brings it out really well, just like Donald. I'm not sure which... I'll get to the tender accuracy in a second, but I'm going to search up which tender is actually more accurate. Because the one's bigger than the other. I thought this wouldn't be a department I had to go through, but it turns out it is. So, I'll take a look at it. Douglas is surprisingly somewhat difficult to get a picture of, but no, I'm getting like a side angle, so I can't really say which tender would be more accurate, but I'll get to that in a second. This guy here is the fastest out of the 4 Scottish twins. In the original and the new Scottish pair twins I have. This is like by far the fastest by a bit of a amount, by a really noticeable amount. It's one of my fastest trains actually, as far as I'm aware. Now then, overall, I gotta give him a 9.5 out of 10, just like Donald. Now, there are some really minor things I have. You know what? Here's a new one. A 9.8 out of 10. Really rare to come across 10 out of 10s here, isn't it? Now then, let's get on to the comparison. We have the newer version of Douglas. And a couple things. One, the reason this one's here is a 9.8 out of 10 is because eye detailing is better here. But other than that, it's 9.9 out of 10 actually. Like, the eyes drag it from being a 10 out of 10, but 9.9 is really fair, I'd say. Now, what I don't understand, like, they clearly used a really similar mold from Donald, the original Donald, on this one, and just made the eyebrows inaccurate to much bigger than they actually are. And they didn't. If they reused Donald, why didn't they reuse Douglas? This guy had a unique expression, but this one doesn't. Why? Same thing with, like, the base here. They didn't give him windows for some reason. I don't know why the blacks are different. I'm not gonna say that comes to a point or anything like that, because it really doesn't. I will say, though, the Douglas I got here was a bit pretty used, because both the name tags fell off in the second day that I owned it. Well, pretty much the first day I owned it, actually, because I got these ones at night. Like, no, almost at night. And then I actually played with them a bit the next day. But yeah, my dad glued this back on, so pretty fond memories with that one. Here's a tender accuracy. As I stated with Donald that both of them had a slightly inaccurate tender, but this one I can't actually say. They're both pretty fairly placed in their respective departments. The only thing to really compare is the 0, but even then I can't really get a good picture of Douglas at the moment with it, where the side's showing, so that one I'm just going to leave up in the air. But, yeah. Now then, let's get the strength and speed test. I have a lot more of an idea what I'm doing here than I do with Donald, so I think this video should be a lot shorter. I already know the. This is a. Let me actually know that. Nope. I'm not gonna have them put strain on each other, but I feel like that's just enough. Well, the newer Trackmaster Donald. By new, I mean like newer by 5 years. It's not new at all at this point. It's like 10 years old. But while the newer Donald exceeds the previous predecessor in strength and speed, this one falls short by a bit. 9.95 out of 10. I really want to give it that 10 out of 10, but the eyes bring it down a bit. You know what? Forget that. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I don't care what anyone says. I really like the Douglas. And the fact that I even have it in the first place is something I'm really blessed about. And for that one, but yeah. Now that you guys have seen the champion of each department, let's face them up against each other. Why not? Oh, my bad. I put the wrong Donald against him. Though, considering we saw that the newer Donald's stronger, I'm pretty sure you guys can see how this is going to be going. Sorry if the camera angle was a bit shaky and stuff. I'm not used to filming stuff like this. I'm normally more of a screen recorder, but why do I keep doing this? I keep putting them away when it's not time. No, this one's faster. You guys saw that this guy here almost mopped the floor with the original Donald. But this is the fastest out of all of them. Well, the original Donald placed second fastest, second slowest, and the newer Donald placed second fastest, and its predecessor second slowest. This is the fastest, and this is the slowest. Not much to say about that. I might do another video like this just on its own with which version is superior with Thomas, since I have its technically second edition in Playroad Thomas when they gave him the running board. The first edition didn't have the running board. Versus his CGI remake. I'll do that at some point. But looking at the time, I think it's best to record my Strange Realities video. Anyhow, that's these two. I finally caught up with my reviews, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.